Well then, boys and girls, we spent European money because we're in Europe. Lots of money spent. Wonder Kids are in. Hendrick signed his new contract. And we've got a Europa League to try and win. This is all taking a turn that I didn't necessarily expect this save to take. Right, so very quick summary of what went on yesterday. Obviously, we qualified for Europe. You saw that in the video that came out on LOLLUJO 2 this morning. Didn't you? You should be subscribed to LOLLUJO 2, you little rascals. And then we got into the transfers. And transfers, we kind of went into it with a focus of trying to bring in the youngsters. It was that transfer window, the one you have to do when you get into Europe and realise you don't have enough homegrown players. So Andrea Pepetti has come in to be a new starting centre-back for us. He's going to be super duper. Oh, good. It's going to keep jumping back to the next season every time I go back. And then we signed a youngster, Diego, right winger, 18 years old, will become homegrown at the club. Spent a load of money on him, but he's going to be all kinds of awesome. We also, oh, for goodness sake, it never used to do this, did it? Don't bash the game. We also signed Tarek Djanazevic, who is another 18-year-old who will be homegrown and is going to be awesome. And then we also signed this guy as another youngster, Patrick Holzenbein. Holzenbein. When I was doing German GCSE, they said always pronounce the second letter when you've got an I and an E together. So Holzenbein, is that right? I don't know what the accent does over the O. It's probably Holzenbein or something like that. We're just going to call him Pat. Was his name Patrick? Patrick. There we go. Patrick with no K. And then Villagra became permanent. Raul Walters was made permanent. We've signed this guy on loan from Arsenal for the season who looks like he's going to be an absolute superstar. We got a rubbish backup goalkeeper. Our new defensive midfielder, Albert Sambi Lakonga. We spent all summer looking for one, and then there he was. Mike had tried to sign him right at the beginning of the window, and I'd written him off. Etienne Green is our new backup goalkeeper, although we may have told him he's going to be a first choice, which could have been something of a mistake. We finally got Steven Spendy, who we tried to get last summer, to provide us some cover in all our attacking positions. And then Mike also wanted this guy, Leopold Querfeld. We were looking at signing him ourselves, but kind of ruled him out in favour of Lakonga. But Mike decided we wanted him as well. So I thought, well, you know what, Mike? You're quite wise. To balance all that, a lot of the fringe players and the not quite good enough for Europe players have left the club. Jack Taylor's gone. Big Johnson's gone. Poku's gone. Finn Azaz, Balotore, Kwanzaa, Trafford. Who else? Sarr, Fuchs. A lot of these boys have moved on. And the squad is looking pretty snazzy as a result. We've got some good strength in depth throughout. If we look through every position on the wonderful squad planner screen, who wants Ronnie Edwards? Watford want Ronnie Edwards. But we have got good strength in depth pretty much everywhere. Still got Hendrick knocking around. And obviously, if we look for wide areas as well, we've got good cover out in the wide areas. The media think we're going to avoid relegation, which is certainly a lot more than they thought last year. I press the right buttons. There you go. Media think we're going to finish 15th. And of course, we are in the Europa League. So that's to come as well. We've still got a month until the transfer window closes as well. So there's a chance for more shenanigans. We're talking as if Hendrick is definitely going to be here. If someone comes in through him, he does have a £91 million release clause. But there you go, Tommy Doyle's leaving. There was going to be a day where we didn't have a video, so that way splitting the stream into 2 videos means we get daily content on the channel as part of Operation Feed Chris's Kids, which is always a good thing. Leeds want Panzo. And he is a backup for us now. Although I don't think he knows it yet. But we've obviously spent a lot of money on Raul Walters, who won't start at left back. But we have the new Mile Saka, Patrick Holzenbein, who will become our starting left back before too long. 6'4", big meaty man. And then at centre back, he's fallen further down the pecking order with Pepetti coming in and Leopold coming in. So really, I think we let Panzo go here. Probably not for the price Leeds have offered because it's below his value. I'm not going to let him go for 13 million, but I'm not against selling him if they come in and offer 20. Yeah, I don't think they've offered enough money there. But it has alerted me to the fact that we might sell him. Who the hell is Wayne Murphy that we've just been offered £6 million for? So we already had an 18-year-old left back. We just signed an 18-year-old left back and we've already got one at the club. Who knew? I mean, he's only got 3.5 stars of potential. So to be honest, I think I'm probably going to sell him to Watford for £6 million because he's never going to get past he's never going to get past Patrick. And his potential, I mean, I guess he'd be a handy squad player to have, but you know me, I'm not going to develop this kid. We either sell him now or release him on a free in 2 years. So I guess we may as well sell him. Right, it is first day of the new season. Still no more transfers. But obviously, we've got deadline day to come and we have just sold that youngster. We also sold Doyle. So we do have a little bit of spensies as we head towards deadline day. But we don't need any more players, I don't think. We'll find that out with these first few matches. That's a nice front three. With Diego ready to come on and play on either wing. Dewey and Bellingham together in the middle. This is a very sexy looking team. Where's Ronnie Edwards? Ronnie Edwards is injured. Edwards is injured for a couple of weeks. Patrick's injured. Michu's injured. Michael's suspended. I mean, that looks like a pretty good team as far as I'm concerned. Right, let's see if Spendy is as good as we hope he would be. We wanted him last summer, but we couldn't get him. So we've paid double what we would have paid last summer to bring him in now. Why is the game lagging again? What is going on my computer this time? It's cheaper. Yeah, but I'd rather it was better. I'm an Apple user. If I wasn't a YouTuber, I wouldn't even own a PC. I didn't own a PC for years before I started doing YouTube. I just have no interest in doing it. I built PCs when I was at uni. I have a computer science degree. I know what I'm doing. I just don't want to do it. I don't find it fun. And I'd rather just get someone else to do it. Just like I didn't build my own house or make my own car. You know, if at all possible, I avoid making my own food. There's things that I'm good at and things that I'm not good at. And I'm not good at making things, so I avoid doing it. That chest of drawers that I bought months ago is still at the bottom of my stairs. I imagine the reason FM is struggling is because I've melted my CPU by holidaying 1,000 years into the future. Because look, it is properly lagging. There's something going on my machine that's making the game lag like this. And now we've conceded a goal. That's got to be offside, referee. Come on now. I don't think there is an update. And I've closed everything apart from OBS and FM. But it is definitely lagging. There's no Windows update, no. I had a Windows update the other day. Right, Ethan Laird we actually want rid of, don't we? He's been on the transfer list all summer. So, just give us what we want for him. There we go. He can leave as well. Right, we are up to... We want to get as close to 20 million as possible for Panzo, I think, and then we'll let him go. That's dead on 20 million, so we let him go. You don't need him. I've streamed more this month than I ever have before. That shows you how much I'm enjoying FM23. I can be frustrated with the parts of it that aren't great because I am genuinely really enjoying the game. And I think that comes across in my content. Right, kick him in the eyes. Rubbish. Lube up your screen with Vaseline, squint a little bit, and not focus too much on all the actual animations that are happening, and use your imagination to fill in the gaps. Yes, the goalkeeper was looking the wrong way, but that's only because that's the best the match engine could do to represent what was actually happening. And what was actually happening was the defender headed it back to the keeper. The keeper wasn't there. and it was a miscommunication that led to a goal, and stuff like that does happen in football. It wasn't very well represented in the animation. I don't think that's a bug. I think that's just a limitation of the animation as it is. Right, this hasn't been the best start to the season. We're going to regret, obviously, losing to Man City, you expect to do. We should have beaten Forest, though. Conceding that late goal because I was distracted by lag is no excuse, even though I'm actually making an excuse. For me to have a grown-up conversation, I need time to think of what opinion I have. Can't deal with you saying I just don't care 15 times. And that's exactly what it would be. So this is why there's no point doing it. The point you're originally making is valid, though. No one wants to watch people who are continuing complaining and moaning about the same things day after day. Exactly. Exactly. Is that a match engine thing? A guy getting sent off 3 times in 5 matches? Is that a bug? Do we blame that on the match engine, or is that? I think that's the thing with me. A lot of the time I'm like, I don't know. Is it just a thing that happened, or is it a thing that shouldn't have happened? I firmly believe, just like any other game developer, the only thing that will make them change the game is selling fewer copies of it. I don't think they care what people say on Twitter. I certainly don't think they care what I say. And from what I can tell from Miles's tweets, they've sold more than ever and people are playing it more than ever. Right. Well, we have now made our bed and have to lie in it. Because we didn't sign anybody despite having money. Many monies. I didn't even look. I never even think to check that Quick Pick has put the right goalkeeper in. I guess I have to start checking that. Etienne Green starts for no logical reason. Boom. Trickster, thank you very much for the Prime. I mean, how can anyone not say this match engine is glorious? Watch Hendrick do. I mean, look at this. You didn't ever get this in previous years. Just a little dink up and then a finish. We had one the other night where he juggled it into the penalty area. You just never got that in previous versions of FM. Yes, the match engine has its problems, but it also has its beautiful stuff that just never happened before, like that. Is the reason that I promised Green first choice. I mean, it might be. I mean, who knows? Maybe Etienne Green's going to be brilliant. First team we're going to beat in the league is Spurs. I don't mind that. We're going up. Can we win, please? Maybe this is why we've been rubbish in the leagues. We're saving ourselves for Europe. Come on, Hendrick. Surely Hendrick has got to be the first man to ever score for Peterborough United in Europe. Surely. Or Ronnie Edwards. Ronnie Edwards would be poetic. You can guarantee the first time we get there in Non-League Legend this year, I'm going to forget to put the music on and not even reference it, because not only will I forget to put it on, I'll forget that I forgot. I just won't. It's so unimportant for me. Right, after this highlight, we don't need to go to the diamond. Hendrick does have our first ever goal in Europe. Come on. We've rearranged everything that was around Hendrick to try and generate one more goal. Somebody? Anybody? Come on, we need our first win. We're going to lose, aren't we? Oh, for goodness sake, Football Manager. For goodness sake. What are you doing to me? Ah! Still not won a game tonight. If I was Hendrick, I'd be putting in a transfer request. Right, it's only Spurs. This should be an easy 3 points. We're not in the relegation zone. That's important. Pick the right team. I mean, we've played in Europe 2 days ago. He's rotating. That's what he's supposed to do. If he picked the same team that started the previous match, that would be a huge red flag. He's supposed to rotate. That's why we quick pick, so I don't have to think about rotating. I'll let him do it for me. Easier. This has not been a great start to the season, has it? Oh, why have we given the ball away? Yeah, with a few fitness friendlies and once the players bed in, we'll be fine. We only have to finish 17th this season. I'm not concerned. This season's about getting these young players up to speed. We probably did a bit too much in one summer. As long as he keeps getting better and dragging the rest of the team up with him, we are good. One win and we're back at the Kev ratio. We were rock bottom of the league at this point last year. We're fine. Ba-da-da. Come on, Spendy. Dewey. Hendrick Jones. Our three heroes also got Hendrick never touched it there. That was a Dewey assist, apparently. Hendrick was just a distraction. Right, here we go. You're about to get doiled. Dewey! We're back. We are back. And now Hendrick, just do Hendrick things. There he is, like just dancing around. The ball's glued to him, and there's Dewey for the through ball. Hendrick dropping deep again. What a pass from Hendrick to feed Dewey. The two of them together, when these two wonder kids get in sync the way they have done today, we look absolutely unstoppable. It's the Hendrick and Dewey show. Right, come on, let's protect Caprile's clean sheet bonus. Right, we're going to beat Leipzig. We're in form now. Leipzig won't know what's hit him. Fiorini wants to get into the national setup. What flavour is he? He's Scottish. How is he not already in the national setup? He's a Premier League reserve. Why is he not Scotland captain? I don't understand. Oh, we're going to concede here. I've seen this goal before. Come on, Caprile. Right. Final match of the stream. We must win. Because this will get us above the Kev ratio. Which is, of course, where we all want to be hanging out. I think I had pictures of Arsenal shirts for another reason. It was when people started accusing me of being a glory hunter. So I had to prove that I have had Arsenal leanings all my life. I just didn't care about the Premier League for 10 years. So didn't consider myself an Arsenal fan during that time. I might have been stubbly. I don't think I've been clean shaven as long as I've known Anna. I don't think she's ever seen me completely clean shaven. Well, boys and girls, we've finished with a couple of league wins. We're above the Kev ratio. The form is back. We've got an easy run of games in the Europa League now as well. It all gets better from here. Our rough start to the season is over. See? But Alex has sorted itself out. It's all good from here on in.